So what if we are asked to do rotations that are not around the origin? Okay, so we're going to treat these very similar to how we treat the regular rotations around the origin. Okay, so there's no standard notation, so let's just get right into it. Number one says a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, so that's coming counterclockwise is going this direction. Around the center point 2, positive, 2, 2. So here's the point right here. This is going to be your center, your origin, your, center of rotation is going to be right there. So let's go ahead and let's make some new axes. We're going to make this the new x-axis. Sorry, that's the new y-axis, and this is your new x-axis. Okay, so when we do this, right, now we are moving your origin, right, quote unquote origin in air quotes. So if we have an origin rotation, then we can use our rules. And the rule for a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation is you make your new x coordinate negative, and you keep the same y coordinate that you had a second ago. Okay, so once again, we are rotating this direction. So we're going to not look at any of these numbers anymore. These numbers don't matter to us whatsoever anymore. Okay, so from your new point of origin, what are the coordinates for point A? Okay, that's 1 unit to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units up. So for our new coordinate system with our new origin, A is at the point 1, 7. So if we're going to apply this rule of rotation, that means A prime is going to be at -7, 1, right? Because your y value becomes the new x coordinate, and you change its sign, and then the x becomes your new y value, and it stays as it is. So point A, which was 1 to the right and 7 up from our new origin, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, and 1 unit up from your new origin. Okay, so we are no longer dealing with our original point. We are using this new origin as our, origin. Okay, and we're doing everything we were doing a second ago with our point. So B is at 0, 3 from your new origin point. So B prime is going to switch your x and your y. So 3 is your new, I'm going to make it negative, right? We got to make this a negative value. And then your new y coordinate is 0. So B prime is going to be at 3, 0 according to your new origin. So we're using your 2, 2 as our point of origin. And that's okay to do, because then we can apply your rule. And C is at the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the right and 1 up from your new origin. So it's C prime. We're going to make this a -1 and keep that a +5. -1, +5, so 1 left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Here is your new point C prime. Okay, so when we have a rotation not around the origin, we are going to create some new axes as if that were our origin to begin with. Okay, now of course these aren't the actual coordinates. These are not the actual coordinates according to your original grid. Okay, but they are the coordinates that will help you do the rotation. Right, because on your original grid, B is at the point -1, 2, and A is at the point -5, 3, and C is +1, 7, okay, which are not the same as these. But these are going to help us do the rotation based upon your new origin and your new axes. So let's see if we can continue that on this second example right here. We have a 180-degree rotation around the central point -3, -2. Sorry, this goes with our point up here. Just didn't quite make it onto my slide there. -3, -2 is our new center for a 180-degree rotation. So in a 180 rotation, you just make the x and the y values the negative of whatever they happen to begin with. Okay, so this is our rule for a 180 rotation around the origin. So our new origin is -3, -2, right? There is your origin point. Here are your new axes. And we're going to treat these points as if they were originally with this axis. Okay, so our point A, according to this axis, is 1, 2, 3 units left. 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. So -3, 4. Point B is 1, 2 units right, 1, 2 units up. C is at 1, 2, 3, 3 units right. And 1, 2, 3, 4 units down. And D is just 1, 2 left and 1 down, so -2, -1. Okay, so those are all of the coordinates according to your new axis. So now we're going to apply our rule and make them negative x's and negative y's. Okay, and that's what we do for a 180 rotation. So A prime is at +3 and -4. B prime is at -2 and -2. C prime is at -3 and +4. D prime is at +2 and +1. Okay, so we're applying our standard rule with coordinates that aren't actually on your system right there. So 3, -4 means A is down here. -2, -2 is over here. There's your B prime. -3, 4 is up here. Here's your C prime. And 2, 1. There's your D prime. So pretty similar to what we started with, looks like, to begin with, but there we go. Okay, so when we're doing these rotations other than the origin, we're going to use the same rule of rotation as if it were the origin. So you have to do a mental shift in thinking and create some new axes and then just count what are the coordinates of each point according to this new axis system, right? It's about the new axis system that we are graphing rather than your original coordinate system that was given to you in the problem. Okay, so hopefully that helps with these rotations around somewhere other than the origin.